Hello everyone, this is Ecos Blacks here for PRL Hungary. Um, yeah, CRT, VRT, it's gone. Joined Ecos, so yeah, pretty good team to join. Very excited to join it and looking to make the most of it. It's been going pretty well, so let's keep it going. Hopefully, heading into this race. But we are here in Hungary and for PRL and again, so we want to give you a little bit of a rundown what happened in Spa. If you don't know what happened in Spa, a lot happened. Me and Destroyer, bumping heads again, and the steward said at the four incidents were all my fault. Not gonna say too much about it. It is what it is. Obviously, everyone's gonna have different opinions about it, but you know what? We're leaving that in the past. Since the penalty points, I did get like I think 8 seconds of penalties, 5 and 3, and some penalty points. Again, not gonna say much about it. If you know what I said, then you know what I said. If you don't know what I said, then no point in saying it. So yeah, got a quality ban for Imola, but we sadly we crashed out in Imola. Car just did not feel stable at all. But yeah, that's kind of the up to date pretty much. We're about 160 points back, so surprisingly, I still think the championship is alive, but it was only about 10% of me that thought that. So pretty much, I'm just saying I don't think I have a chance anymore. But anyways, though, we're gonna move on. We're here in Hungary now, and I felt this was a really, really good opportunity to win a race. So we're coming to finish the medium lap here, and the strat is a medium to hard strat. But really, my strat was actually qualifying outside the top 10. I thought about doing a hard to medium strat, because that is actually the better alternate strategy. Because the softs do kind of die a lot here, and especially if you get stuck in DRS trains, you're going to need all the grip you can to get by, and if you're on the hards, they're going to struggle a bit. That's why usually the front runners go to soft hard or medium hard if you're in the top 10. But if you're outside the top 10, then you'll probably do medium soft or hard medium. I was thinking hard medium, but you'll see here I'm starting to think if I start in the back, something bad's going to happen. And you can see in my sector 1 for being on the mediums was actually not even that bad. I really lost out in sector 2 though. That was really the main thing. As you've seen, I'm running quite a bit low downforce. I think I'm running 9.7. So yeah, overtaking should be kind of easy. Actually, no, I don't think I'm running 9.7. I think I'm running 9.8. So yeah, overtaking should be kind of easy for me. The thing though for me is, we just need to have a good qualifying, and the rest will be there. Like in Spa, I didn't really feel confident at Spa. I didn't feel confident at Imola, but I knew if I didn't crash, it could have been a really big day for points and possibly a win. But here, I had a lot of confidence. The car just felt really, really good, and I didn't really have much practice before this race. Basically, I'm just coming in here, getting warmed up to the track. I'm pretty sure pretty much nobody had any track time. So, going up into turn 4, go out a little wide, but luckily we don't invalidate. But the entry to that wasn't too good because we ended very shallow. And heading into the braking zone for the chicane, pretty nice chicane, using up a lot of curb. I like to use up a lot of curb. Some guys actually don't like to use up curb there because they feel it just spins their car out. But for me, I feel like you really need to get up on that curb to make time, or at least probably run it about halfway maybe. But you can see we were having a horrible sector 2. It was nowhere near what I was expecting, and I was thinking, yeah, we're gonna be a long way off pole. So coming into the final corner, you see Destroyer sets a 1:15.6. I'm thinking we're on here for like a very, very low or high 1:15, but it's actually a 1:15.7, which is only a tenth and a half off Destroyer. So I knew pole is definitely ours if we can just set a lap together, if we could just put the lap together. And you know, like I said, I didn't have the track time, just like I'm pretty sure everyone else did. So, you know, everyone's just coming in here thinking you got to just got to put the whole lap together. Who's gonna make it or break it? And so far, it looks like Destroyer is doing that. But I knew if I could clean up Sector 2, I knew definitely I was gonna beat that lap, because that lap is definitely beatable by a mile. So, um, but you see me checking sector times here, kind of just trying to get a reference of how much really do I need to improve. And really, I guess really all you can say is actually just improve as much as you can. So yeah, that was kind of the thing. I knew everyone was going to improve quite a bit, so I knew that I was gonna have to at least put up maybe a 4 or a 0.3 or a 0.4. So if I wanted to confirm pole, so coming to here though, coming to start the out lap, we let the Alpine go by Pro, and yeah, so we come here to start the lap. We get a nice exit and to the green. We are kind of down a bit. It wasn't the best exit, but it was a decent exit. So going into turn 1 and in the braking zone very nicely, but you can see we were losing a bit of time, but we got it back on the exit because I was a lot more confident and knew the grip. Going through here, lose it a bit again, but we make it all up off the traction zone. And going through here, we gain an absolute storm of time. You see Destroyer goes about a tenth quicker, and right now we are tracking about a tenth and a half, I believe. But going through here, I just make a bit of a mistake and I lose all the time I gained. And you can see I'm about 2.5 tenths down. But then going through here, it was 3 tenths, but then I just get it all right back. Okay, so you can see just how bad my middle sector really was. So I knew I had pole by a mile, and I should be up probably to 3 or 4 tenths, maybe even more. I don't know, but it feels like I should have been up 3 or 4 tenths right now. And going through here, I lose about another tenth because I completely missed the bottom of the track. And going through here, hit this pretty nicely. I had to keep pushing because there was still time left in the lap. And going through here, we go P5, and you know, I don't know if anyone no one know but my teammate, but I said I had a horrible lap, and that was still good enough for P5, less than 2 tenths off pole. So yeah, my confidence was pretty good. You see the strat, that's not really the strat. The strat was actually going to pit around lap 12 and go for the mediums, which I knew in my head some people were going to try and do lap 7 to 10, especially lap 10. That's usually when people will pit. But I was thinking lap 12, because I knew medium tires were going to struggle a bit at the end. So, but coming here, you see we have a spin here, and that is, I was really upset about that, because you never want to ruin your tires. You know, I tried my best to save them on the formation lap. You know, so for me, it did kind of hurt to spin there, because it just took percentage out of the tires. But we got to say never mind to that and just put the belt, or get the belts tight, and let's get ready to rock and roll here. So lights are on, and we're at 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights as we get the car revved up. And it's lights out and away we go. And the first phase is just decent, but the second phase, up through the gears, you can just see the grip we have and the confidence we have. And I knew this race I'm taking no prisoners. And you see me go around the outside. I have to give that spot back. There's no way I can continue to keep that spot, taking it off track. And going through here, I'm not going to just give up the spot. I'm going to fight for it. And, you know, I give him the space. He doesn't really hit me. So good racing there from Krusma. and nice, respectable racing from the both of us there. As now we go into the guy we had a run in at Belgium, and I could kind of tell that I was a bit quicker already. I could kind of see, well, not now, but later in the lap, I could kind of see I am a bit quicker than Destroyer. As you see here, he's gaining a lot of time on me, and you know, it was really about the second lap I started to notice I do have a bit more pace than he does, because as I'm more of a race guy, the more laps that click off, the better I get, because I'm learning the track and, you know, knowing what I need to do. And you're gonna see here, so the goal is just to stay in the DRS zone. And do we stay in the DRS zone? Yes, we do, by a good margin. But the Ferraris and my teammate are pretty close behind. My teammate's about 1.6 away, but we're actually gonna from the Ferrari. But we're actually gonna attack my teammate here, or sorry, my Destroyer here, and we're actually gonna push him out wide just so he can't stay on the outside. You know, just a little bit of, you know, I said to Destroyer, I'm gonna race you how you race me, and you know, like I said, race how you get raced. And he didn't really seem to care at all how he raced me, and he said he was gonna, you know, he's just not gonna get pushed around. Well, I'm not gonna get pushed around either. So, just send a little message there. But you can see here, you know, it's just hard racing. Nothing wrong with it. But you see here, I'm actually not trying to break the DRS on. A lot of guys I race with know I always do try to break the DRS. But I'm actually taking my time here. I know there's a long race, and there's another about 5 laps left in the stint. So here, you know, it's just about taking my time. But you can see here, I got it up to 8/10. So now I'm thinking, okay, out of this corner, do I want to push or not? And I actually wasn't going to, but I see here, it's up to 9.5 tenths off the exit. So I push it down the straight. And I think Destroyer had a little bit of a moment off that last corner right there before that one, and you know, he just lost it, but he still can get the DRS. All it takes is one mistake. As you've seen there, I'll go wide, but I get the grip off the corner, and I will get him out of DRS. So now the thing is, does Destroyer want to pit? And really, I thought it was kind of early to pit. And you know, but on the lap 6 now, you'll see there's a spin in sector 1, but going through here, my teammate in Chrisma crash, and that promotes Turtle Hopper on the medium tires to P4. So, and Destroyer pits on lap 6 coming to 7, so his tires can definitely go to end, but that was way too early. I knew that was way too early. If we stayed with him, with at least within 2 or 3 seconds, his tires were going to be done at the end of the race. But again, safety cars can change anything. So, and you'll see going through here now, if you look on the map, Ghetto Biggie has a crash and retires, and that means the safety car is out. So bad timing from Destroyer, or unlucky timing really. It wasn't really bad timing. I mean, just unlucky. And going through here, we're going to obviously take this free pit stop, and you know, less time to, you know, for the Delta. As you see here, you know, I said I was running 10 or 9.8. I think I bumped the wing up a bit, so you know, a little bit more of a understeery car, so I won't lose it on traction so easily. But yeah, you see Plebmaster, he stays out on the hards, and that was really the strategy I was gonna go for, was hard to mediums, because the hards, if like this was actually the case I was thinking, if I pitted, if there was a safety car and I'm on the hards around lap 14, I could take the mediums and everyone else would be on hards or a little bit older mediums. But speaking of Plebmaster, we're actually going to attack him here. As you can see, we do have a bit more straight line speed than he does, because we were slowly gaining on the straight, but going on the outside, nice, respectable, clean racing. You know, we did, you know, we almost made a little bit of contact, but no contact was made, and you know, good racing there and respectable racing from a guy I do like racing a lot. You know, he's probably top 3 for me in terms of guys I love racing. So, but now we have to focus on Turtle Hopper, who was starting to make a name for himself in Tier 1. So we're going to go on the inside here. He's not going to put up much of a fight, and we're going to take the lead back in Hungary. As you see, Destroyer is on actually the hard tires, so he actually I thought he was on the medium, so he actually won't struggle at the end. He's going to struggle more at the start of the run than the end of the run. But you can see here, Kruzma retires, and that means another safety car. And now the question is, oh wait, a virtual. Oh yeah, now it's the safety car. So now we're going to stay out here, keep our track position, and just keep it moving, because we felt like our car was probably the best in the field, and I thought Dran and my teammate had cars that could beat me, but my teammate Jesse had a problem. So now it's just really right now us and Dran, and you see Plebmaster and Destroyer pitted for the medium compound tire, so they actually saved the set if they want to stay out, or they can put it on early. Like if we put around lap 17 and put some wear on them, and another safety car comes out like 5 laps later, they can put them on and get a little bit fresher tires. And you never know, these type of things have big action. So we set the fastest lap with a purple sector 3, and right now is just really about getting in the control of this race. But you see Dran gets past Turtle Hopper, and now we have to kind of start pacing ourselves a bit, because he actually did put a really big lap together there. He gained about 5/10 on me, but I pulled a bit out of the sector 3 a bit, got about 2/10 back, and then now you see the gap starting to grow, and now you're just going to see lap after lap, same as the Netherlands, we kind of just start to grow that gap every bit. Some big chunks here, some small chunks there. As you see a small chunk here, he actually was gaining a lot of it back in sector 2, but on sector 1 and 3 he just really couldn't keep up as much. And you see here we're up to 2.8 seconds, so he's not really slow. He's definitely got the pace to keep up. But now you see here it's up to 3 seconds, 3.1 seconds, so he lost about 3/10. But you see that those patch of cars right there, as you see there's a crash there, and Albeta is out of the race, and that triggers the safety car. And yeah, I wasn't too pleased. I wanted this race to go green, but in my head I knew it wasn't going to go green, so I just kind of had to set myself up for the later stages of the race. And going through here, my teammate did decide to stay out, and you know, I thought that was going to be the only guy to stay out. But going through here, you see there's an accident on the track, and Ghetto Biggie retired, so that means it's Destroyer. Destroyer, with a 3-second time penalty as well, decided to stay out, which honestly I kind of did see him doing. I felt he was going to do this, to be honest. But going on to the start here, I told my teammate to go early so I could set him up for the straight. And you can see Destroyer is struggling with grip, and if I was on mediums I probably wouldn't be able to do that. But since I'm on softs and I got more grip, I'm able to attack, and I want you to listen to this. Yeah, so a little bit of aggression there. You know, I wanted to get that move done to send a message to him that, you know, I'm still coming after you. I still am gonna try to win every race I can. So, you know, if I'm probably more determined than ever, as we did the switch there with our teammate. You know, I'm still more determined than ever to win as many races as I can. I probably won't win the championship, but I still can win these races. There's still 7 races to go, and anything can happen. I may crash out in a couple of them. I may win all of them. You never know. But I still at least want to get at least a couple more wins, because this season I feel has just not lived up to standard. But you see Destroyer here, he's actually been spun around or spun himself around, and now he, I believe, is out of the points. So we could be getting max points on the championship leader as we set the fastest lap of the race. And yeah, like I said, now again, this is just about controlling the race, controlling yourself, and just getting this thing to the end. As now you see me, I'm still saving a bit of ERS because I know I'm not going to beat that fastest lap. But going on to lap 31 into sector 2, still I'm controlling myself. You see the gap is up to 3.1, but Plebmaster retires out of the race, and you're going to hear a little bit of radio here. These guys just don't make it easy. yeah, I'm not very pleased about that. I wasn't happy because it just kept seeming like every time there's a safety car, when I felt like I have this, pretty much under control. But we gotta say never mind that and just keep going. That we still got 2 laps we have to do here, and our teammate, the soft tires are starting to go away a bit for me here. So, I didn't notice that till about probably the last lap. I think they weren't completely gone, but they were going away a bit. Because you see, I could still build a gap, so they weren't completely gone. And now I built a 1.4, about 1.4 second lead on my teammate. So right now I'm just thinking, okay, I'm just going to control myself here. As you see me turning early, and I got kind of nervous there because I thought I was going to spin on that curve. So I kind of had to start using the car a bit to my advantage and say, okay, let's see if I can kind of use my understeer setup to kind of, make the car kind of wash out away from the curb. So, but yeah, so yeah, got a little nervous there. But we're heading to the final lap of this race, and man, we are just absolutely gonna save this last lap. And
this is your final lap of the race.
Man, it's been a rough season, and I knew that it should have been a lot better season than what it is. But these things happen. I've been in championship battles. I'm in one right now actually for F1, my first ever championship battle, and for me it's just a lot of things are going on lately for me, and they've been pretty good. So just want to keep it going. But like I said, for the season we've had, it's been a very frustrating season, knowing we should have been in this championship battle. But we knew we were the guy that we've been told we were the favorite, and I just haven't lived up to the hype. But that doesn't mean we still can't set the tone for next season and start to show that we are going to be a front runner for this. So going into the second to last corner, I knew at this point it was done. We were finally going to win, as I completely missed that curve. I don't want to get anywhere near it. And coming out the final corner, we have won PRL T1 Hungarian Grand Prix for the first win of the season. And Destroyer actually is going to come home P11. So we are going to gain 40 points on Destroyer to get this gap down to 120 points. And with 7 races to go, you never know what can happen. As you see, my character celebrates there. Very, very happy. And speaking of not even just Drivers' Championship, Constructors as well. Our Beta DNF, Bronco had a bad finish at the end. I think he only got like P9. So he lost a good chunk of points there. And they're leading Constructors. And Mercedes had a bad race. Aston had a bad race. And Ferrari had crushed my DNF. So we did gain a lot of points in terms of Constructors, but we still have a long way to go, as you see here, the results. But this is it for Ecos Blacks here. So I will see you guys in Portugal for round 10. So yeah, the gap, I believe, to Destroyer now for me is 120 points. I will see you all there.